EMG CANIK TP9 Elite Combat! CANIK Elite Combat. 2022 is looking up, I gotta say, because I wasn't expecting this to come in. I had pre-ordered this on EVIKE. It was supposed to come in March. It's still February. So if you've been following any of the airsoft news about this this replica, EMG SHOT Show 2022, they showed this bad boy off. It's nice. It's nice, but what makes it different than all the other pistols out there? You know, all the other handguns. What makes this so unique? Well, a striker action. Ooh. So for comparison's sake, I'm gonna bring out the other handgun I usually use. This is the WE F226. It is a hammer action. Racket, hammer in the back, pull the trigger, it fires. This, on the CANIK, no hammer. And usually with airsoft, you know, like the Glocks, for example, a lot of the Glocks out on the market, it does still have a hammer. It's just hidden in this area of the replica, but apparently not this. So today we're gonna take a look at what you get in the box with this, and then we're gonna take a look at that the trigger in there. Is it actually striker fired? Is it a whole new system? We're gonna check it out, you know? So in the box, the beautiful CANIK orange box, you're gonna get the manual, you're gonna get the replica. It's wrapped in a plastic bag. If you're in the US, it does have that orange tip on there. But in the box, it does come with a thread protector. And then of course you get one gas blowback magazine that I think holds 25 rounds. You know what, let's just check it. Let's just check out the spec sheet, you know? Make this a little easier on ourselves. Boom. Hey, oh God, hello EVIKE. I freaking love you, EVIKE. You smell good, EVIKE. All right, so if we look at the EVIKE page, you have the black, the tan, which I opted for. I'm a big sucker for tan with small accents of black. And then you got the two-tone for the people who can't decide, right? The people who can't make up their freaking minds, man. Just make up your mind. Are you camp black? Or are you camp tan? You can't have both. Or maybe you can. But we didn't come here to look at the EVIKE page. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, we wanted to look at the real thing. The real thing. What's it feel like in our hands, man? So let's talk about it. How does it feel in my hand? Well, it feels mighty fine. Mighty fine indeed. So it's full metal slide. It is a polymer lower. You get a flat-faced competition style trigger with a red anodized safety bar. And that thing is sexy. It will lock back on the last shot. You can hit the release for the slide on either side. Mag release right here. I'm not sure if you're able to switch it to the other side. It looks like you might actually be able to. The cutouts are the same. To break it down, you have this piece right here. You just push down and push from the back. Comes apart very easily. Here we have the inside of the metal slide where you have the hop-up adjustment wheel right there. Everything else pretty straightforward, except where the hammer would be, there is an imitation striker. And that does go in and out. It is engaged, it pushes it back, that pops out right there. And then when it's disengaged, it goes back in. Disassembly of this is also pretty standard. You just take that out, barrel assembly slides right out, inner barrel, and the hop-up unit. And then for the metal barrel itself, we do see some trades, some side trades right there, and also right there on the side and also on the top. And it is now back to being complete. Moving away from the metal slab, we can go to the front and see that we got a very nice front post and of course the orange tip. But if that orange tip does not please you in the box, you do get a thread protector. Right now it does not fit on there because you need to remove that that orange tip before you're able to thread that on. We do have a lower Picatinny for any accessories you might want to mount on the front, and then a very nice textured grip on the lower with a flared magazine well. And then here we have the mag. It's got some markings on the back. You can fill directly through this base plate. You have to make sure that it's fully seated in like so, and you'll feel it grip in there, and you get a nice fill. Now let's take a look at the inside of the trigger here. We're gonna break it apart again. When you pull the trigger, you'll see a little post pop up. That's the whole new system. When you pull the trigger, it does move in tandem with your trigger pull. So it's actually pressing up against the valve of your magazine. When you're pulling the trigger, you're actually gonna hit a wall. That is indicating that the metal, I guess you could call it the striker, is touching and making contact with the valve. And if you pull past that wall, it'll fire. So let's go ahead and move on to test firing and chronoing. We will be chronoing with 0.2 BBs, just so we can get a good read on how it matches up with the EVIKE listing. There we go. So we'll count this as first shot, 342.5 at about 1.909 joules. Second shot, 1.08 joules, 342.3. Third shot. Come on, 341.8, 1.08 joules. Fourth shot, I think. Yeah, fourth shot. And we got 340.5, 1.07 joules. One more shot. 336.5. So we do have one more round in the CANIK TP9. So let's go ahead and fire that off and watch that slide lock back. Very nice. And then of course, slide release lever. All right, so that is the EMG CANIK TP9 Elite Combat. And I will say, this is a really, really nice replica. I mean, build quality is amazing. Barely any wobble on anything, even on the mag when you insert it. There's not a lot of mag wobble in there as well. I will say that the only thing, and I don't know if this is like the usual practice or whatnot, is that I pre-ordered it at the 180 price point. And I guess I got lucky, because if you look at the EVIKE listing now, not only is the pre-order date pushed back to May, the price point has also gone up to $229. So I don't really know how the pricing of everything goes with EVIKE and Airsoft in general, how these pre-orders usually work. I'm assuming that the pre-orders are used as a benchmark to, I don't know, gauge how many people are interested in a release. If they're getting data that shows that it's a highly sought after replica, I mean, they can bump the price. But if you look at the comments, man, a lot of people are kind of bummed because they saw the 180 price point at pre-order, and they're like, okay, so I'll just give it a week. I know I'll get my paycheck, or I'm selling my other handgun, and I'll use that money towards this this other handgun at the 180 price point. And now for some people, 229's pushing it. But yeah, I don't know how EVIKE works. I don't know how most airsoft pre-orders work. So if you do know, maybe just let me know down in the comments, and I'd love to learn. I'd love to learn the process and how like the marketing all pans out for these types of things. But yeah, I mean, just looking at the market now, there are a lot of great looking replicas out there. But I mean, at the $229 price point, it's gonna be up to the individual. Sure, you're gonna be paying for top quality like craftsmanship, but really you're gonna be paying for the fact that there are just no other handguns that are out there with the CANIK name on them that look like this, that is a TP9. You're paying for the standout factor, right? And I mean, come on. At the end of the day, we all know what airsoft is. It's nerdy COD LARPing, man. You gotta look good, man. You gotta look operator out there. And this is gonna get people's heads turning, because it's different. It's just different. Now, are you willing to spend $229 on a replica for looks? That's really up to you and what you want out of airsoft and your budget. There's just a lot of factors to consider. I'd say at the 180 price point that it was at, it was a no-brainer. Now you gotta think. Now you have some thinking to do. But yeah, it's a great piece. So thank you for checking out the review. I hope it was informative, that we could help you out a little bit with your decisions. Other than that, we'll see you out on the field. Peace.